So Gemini, the thing that I'm seeing here is there's someone from your past, or it's someone in your family that maybe you've been trying to work out a relationship with. Perhaps in the past there's been some type of hurt feelings. I want to say, even though we don't have the Ten of Swords here, I want to say that some of you felt stabbed in the back, like your trust was taken for granted. And now, I want to say in the beginning of the month, or maybe even in the month of November. Sorry, I have my toddler here and she's sick, so you might hear some coughing. But in the month of November, or in the beginning of the month of December, there's a lot of confusion around how to correct or rectify this situation or this relationship. And I feel like, in a sense, you're trying to be like the magician, where you're trying to conjure up some way to manifest some type of reunion or new beginning. But there's a point in the month, and I want to say it's toward the middle to the end of the month, where you're really reflecting on how this person has hurt you, because we have the three of Swords and the Five of Cups on either side of the Hermit. So it's saying to me that you're really reflecting by the middle to end of the month on, you know what, I've tried with this person again and again and again. And this can even be a family situation where, let's say that maybe you're not in agreement with your family over something and you feel heartbroken because of the way that they've gone about doing whatever they've done. And you're not being heard, you're not being respected. Your opinions, your feelings, you don't feel have been a priority or a concern. And so you're really reflecting on that this month, and you're saying, you know what, I need to walk away from this situation because it's not healthy for me. There's a lack of give and take in this situation. I almost feel like you've been giving and giving and giving to someone or a group of people, and that's not being reciprocated back to you. Not that you expect the equal amount of help or what have you, but you're expecting that appreciation, you know, and you're just not getting it. Almost like someone's taking advantage of you. You know, they're just taking advantage. And finally this month you're saying, enough is enough. I'm not doing it anymore. You've been very hurt by this person because they are family, or because they are close to you like family. Maybe it's someone that you grew up with. Maybe it's someone that you've known for quite a long time. I want to say for some of you, this is coming across, and this is a general reading, but for some of you, this is a situation where a spouse has cheated or lied. You've tried to work out the relationship, but this month you're leaving it. You're saying goodbye because you're the one either financially supporting this person all the time and they're not giving, they're not reciprocating, or on an emotional level, you know, they're not reciprocating the love, the intimacy, the vulnerability, the connection that you're wanting in a partnership. And perhaps you're finding that, you know, there is someone else, and you're walking away from it. And I want to say, if this is a situation where there's someone else involved, you kind of already know this, but you're confused about how to proceed. You know, do I stay? Do I go? Do we try to work it out? We have family, we have children. But by, again, the middle to the end of the month, you're just done. You're walking away from it. So let's go ahead and look at it more closely with the clarifying cards here. I want to look at the Three of Swords. Yeah. So whether or not this is in regards to a romantic relationship or a family member or a close friend, you were hoping to reunite this relationship. But someone's loyalty and fidelity is really brought into question, and you can't trust their sincerity or honesty. And there's a conversation that takes place with you and this other person where it causes you to reflect and you realize this is a loss. I want to look at, let's look at the 10 of Pentacles here. Yeah, so this is someone you really loved and cared about. This is someone that you had a lot of good times with. The sweetheart card, this can be someone that you're romantically involved in or with. This could be you represented as the sweetheart, or if you're a male and you're with a female, this is someone that you love. And they were a blessing to your life. This is someone you're very close to. You know, it's on the 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, the sweetheart card can just mean someone that you genuinely loved. I feel like coming up around Christmas time, when the families are gathering and people are gathering, perhaps that's when you come to terms with this and you realize, you know what, this person is not going to be what I want them to be, or I'm not going to have the kind of relationship I want to have with them. It's better for me to just leave it alone and walk away. Okay. That's what I have for the general reading, guys. I'm going to look at singles now. And you know what's funny? I have to say, I started to do your reading earlier and I had issues with my camera, but I just got the general reading done and the exact same message came out. The exact same message came out. So that's for somebody. I mean, again, these are general readings, so it's not going to pertain to everyone, but that message was meant to be there. We have the King of Wands, the Three of Swords. My goodness, can we get rid of this Three of Swords? The Emperor, the King of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Cups again, my goodness, the Seven of Pentacles, the Death card, Four of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. Oh my goodness, yes. This is the great overall message for this spread, because as I'm laying the cards in the 9-card spread, all I saw was decisions, decisions, decisions. There's decisions to be made here. We have three men that are surrounding you. And one of these men can be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Then we have a water sign, so that would be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Then we have the Emperor, which can be literally your father or a father figure in your life, or it can mean another male who there's some romantic interest with, and he is someone in authority. He may be older than the other two males. He's someone that maybe just has a higher position. He can be a boss. He can be someone in authority. But he's someone who is very controlled, very confident, very self-aware, and he can be someone that's a bit bossy and intimidating, even a bit domineering or possessive, okay? Those are just some of the negative qualities, but that may be something that comes up for you. I feel like there's these three men, and you're in the middle of, here you are, like with the Two of Pentacles, you're juggling. So maybe some of you there are three men that are interested in you, or there's multiple people that are showing interest for you or with you. And here you are, like, there's one of these people is from your past, okay? Can be a fire sign, can be the King of Cups, the water sign, or it can be even the Emperor. But there's someone that you're reflecting on from your past, and they're coming back up into the picture, and they maybe want to renew the relationship that they had with you. But by the end of the month, this is all about decisions. So you're making a decision to let go of at least one of these individuals by the end of this month. But there is someone else that you're holding on strongly to. You're holding out hope for this one person. I think you're going to end up, honestly, well, look, I think this is just how I'm reading it. It can be different for everybody. But I think that this fire sign is the person from the past. And this water sign knows that you're kind of wavering with what decision to make or who you want to be with. But I think both the water sign and the Emperor are feeling some type of heartbreak or loss, because maybe you had something really like a passionate relationship with this fire sign. So there's some type of, after reconsidering the past and reconsidering these relationships or these potential partners, there's an ending and a transformation that takes place where you're holding on to something. You're holding on either to that past relationship, or maybe you're holding on to your independence and your singlehood. But ultimately this month is about decisions, because there's multiple people. For some of you, I want to say, perhaps you were very disappointed by a father figure in the past, and you're holding on to that. But that's affecting how you behave and relate in relationships today. And so that's why you're having such a hard time in relationships, because this father figure broke your heart. They did not live up to your expectations or your hopes. You don't have that kind of connection with the father figure that you would like to have. And so it's difficult for you to really choose a partner that would be best for you. And you know that. So you struggle with choosing between these two other individuals, which would be the fire sign and the water sign. Interesting. So you got options this month. That's the bottom line. You got options. There's 2 or 3 individuals here that you have to choose. And it's not telling me which one you choose, but like I said, I have a strong feeling it's going to be a fire sign. If that's your particular scenario, fire sign from your past that comes back around for you, because there was a lot of passion in that relationship. And you're reminiscing on that and you're missing it. Let's look at the, let's look at the death card. Yeah, oh my goodness. Again, there's someone that wants to come in and heal and mend a relationship. So in order to do that, you have to say goodbye to something else and let it go. This is the widower card on the death card, you guys. This is a definite ending of some kind with someone, letting it go. And then we have a consolation or a reprieve. So it's a blessing coming in that by letting go of whatever the other options are, the blessing is that there's still someone else there that kind of maybe you've been waiting on. You've been asking for some type of renewal in this relationship. Again, I'm feeling strongly with the fire sign. I want to look at the Emperor. Yeah, this Emperor person has been a disappointment, or they will be a disappointment because, again, I'm feeling father figure. They haven't been loyal, faithful in their commitment, in their duties to you. You've had conversations with this individual, but again, nothing's really come of it. You know, you're still feeling melancholy and sadness because you can't correct whatever this relationship is with this father figure. If this is just simply another male, well then, you know, there's conversations had with this individual, but either you or him kind of feel like there's a lack of loyalty and faithfulness in this relationship. And so there's sadness here. So that's what I have for you singles. Again, options here, choices to be made this month, multiple potential partners. So you're going to be busy this month. Let's look at couples. Okay, again, we have the Emperor, the Hermit, the Chariot, the Eight of Cups, the Devil, the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Hierophant. The bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Okay, so let me just look over this really quickly here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana cards in this spread. You know, there's something about this Emperor. This can be your spouse, or this can be the male in the relationship. He can be kind of overbearing or domineering or hostile. Because in his mind, he rules the empire. He rules the house. He's in charge. And I feel like you may be dealing with someone like this. For some of you, it's a father or a father-in-law that's kind of impacting your relationship and causing some turmoil or some conflict with your partner because they're kind of butting in. But basically, I see you reflecting on this month and looking at this person and realizing, you know what, there's a lot of toxicity here. This is not a healthy kind of relationship. This is not the kind of relationship I want. And so you're letting this person go because it's been very burdensome to hold on to. And when you do this and you allow yourself to walk away from this bad situation, there's great clarity and strength. And, with the Ace of Swords underneath the Devil card, this is talking about a hard-earned victory. So this can be a scenario where you've been kind of battling it out whether you should stay or go with someone, or whether or not you should completely cut ties with this father figure. And this month you're deciding, you know what? I got to do what's best for me. And I have to let this go in order to find peace and happiness. The Chariot card next to the Hermit is talking about a victory. This is a hard-earned victory, again, with the Ace of Swords here, but it's a victory nonetheless. It's you championing over obstacles and opposition and coming out on top. But again, it's, this is a soldier here in the Chariot. So this is someone who's strong-willed and determined, and he's not going to stop for anything. He's going to keep progressing and moving forward. Regardless, he's going to run over kind of his enemies if he has to in order to succeed in whatever he's wishing to succeed in. This is something that, this situation is something that, spiritually speaking, you're coming out of this so much more wiser and aware than you have ever been. Again, there's this great clarity when you let go of this toxic situation because you've felt kind of bound and constricted. But with release comes great wisdom, and you're going to be able to then speak your truth and be honest about what you've learned on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, about this relationship. Again, we have the High Priestess here too with the Hierophant. The High Priestess, this is someone who, she knows a lot. She's very wise, but she doesn't openly express what she knows. So again, this is telling me with the Hermit here too, this is something you've been reflecting on maybe for a time. And this month you're finally saying, I just need to let it go. I can't find happiness with this in my life. There is one card I want to look at here, and that's the Knight of Cups. It's just kind of like poking out of the whole spread. Knight of Cups can go, there's always a positive and negative with every card, but with the surrounding spread, it's really hard to determine whether this is a positive or a negative because he's facing the High Priestess, and of course the High Priestess is about secrets, about you'll know when you'll know, because I'm not going to tell you. So let's see what this Knight of Cups is all about. It's talking about you waiting. You've been waiting for a turnaround where this person comes back around and they offer their love. They offer more emotional intimacy. This person, though, they're kind of, not that they're an enemy per se, but you know that you can't completely trust them, or they don't have your best interest in mind. Whatever contract, agreement, negotiation that you have with this person, whether they're a member of the family, like I said, a father figure, or they're a spouse, or they're someone you're in a committed relationship with, you've been kind of waiting for the turnaround of events here. You've been waiting for things to shift. But, with the Hierophant underneath it, it's kind of saying you need to listen to your higher self. Again, with the High Priestess, you need to listen to your intuition. Don't be naive, in a sense, is what it's saying. Let's look at the Devil card. Yeah, again, it's just kind of saying, kind of repeating the message here, but having to let go. This woman is letting go of a love. You see she's dropped her rose, which talks about some type of romantic involvement or just love. The boat is sailing away and she's still here on shore. She's saying goodbye. So it's letting go, leaving something, allowing something to leave. Again, we have the wedding card. This is another card regarding a contract, agreement, negotiation. Okay. This can be a wedding, or I'm sorry, this can be a marriage, or this could be just a committed relationship that you're having to let go of because you can't completely feel safe in this relationship. There's a lack of trust here.